Hi there, my name is Spira, and today I want to talk to you about how I'm starting my own journey into e-commerce. So the reason I decided to get into this in the first place, like most people, I work full-time, I go to a specific place to work, and there's something about those limitations that have made me very curious about what it would be like to have a little bit more freedom. Now, when I say freedom, I don't necessarily mean, I think that somehow I'm just going to be totally free and break out of this any kind of rut. I can't say that I'm really in a rut, but I do like to travel, and because of my job, I can only travel certain times of the year, and I do have a decent amount of vacation time, which I enjoy, but I really feel like there's just more that I want to do. There's more that I want to see, and I was trying to do some research in different ways in which I could possibly accomplish that. Now, I do enjoy my career. I'm actually a teacher. I work in a public school, and I actually love teaching. I will not lie, it's really, really hard, and I do teach an age group that's kind of challenging, but I love being a teacher, and I love what I do. Teaching for me brings me a lot of joy. Now, whether I am teaching for myself, in a building, in a school, or teaching online in some way, I think that I would be happy. I also teach yoga on the side. It's one of my side hustles, and I love teaching yoga. That's a lot of fun. And I also occasionally teach meditation and art classes. So it's more of a mindfulness-based art. And so I'm generally really into holistic living. I just think that it's a really nice way of looking at ourselves and our lives, and to make sure that we are balanced and well-rounded. So of course, exercise, nutrition, getting rest, taking good care of ourselves in lots of different ways, and also creative expression. So here's what I've decided to do. I have decided to start with YouTube because YouTube is a great platform, and I have been doing research for a long time, probably a year or two, just learning, watching videos, getting more information, and finding different ways to create different streams of income. And also, how can I take the skills that I already have and bring them together in a way that will work for me and that will work for you, and everyone's happy. So right now, if you go into YouTube and you do a search on making money online, for example, I think that's a nice blanket phrase that can be used. How to make money online, you will find hundreds, actually probably thousands of videos from different people who are working in different areas. Some of the more popular ones I have found are e-commerce as far as retail, creating a store online using either Shopify or WooCommerce. I'm sure there are other platforms as well, or just having your own website and making a shop there. There's also selling on Amazon, selling on Etsy. I've actually been selling on Etsy for a while, but never in big numbers, we'll say. Just small amounts of things here and there, which we'll talk about later. I've also heard about Amazon merch, which I also have signed up for. We'll talk about that too. And also affiliate marketing. And there are definitely others. There's blogging, which can also tie into affiliate marketing, developing e-courses, which can pretty much tie into everything. I definitely can see e-courses in the future because I'm a teacher, and I can kind of put those together as well. And then there are a lot of other online opportunities for people. So if you have a particular skill, you can actually sign up for one of many online freelancer websites. A couple that come to mind for me are Fiverr.com, which I have used, and I am there offering custom-made yoga videos. There is Upwork.com and a few others, but those are the two main ones that I have been learning about lately. For me, I have decided to dip my toes in a few different pools and to experiment and see what happens. At this point, I have been watching lots of videos by lots of gurus with all this information. There are definitely different approaches to this. Some of these educators, I don't want to say gurus, but some of these educators give kind of bad advice, not really ethically or morally sound, and luckily for me, I'm an adult, I can sift through that and I can decide how I want to go about it myself. In a way it's been good though, because I'm also learning about how I don't want to go about things. So I've decided to take my own journey, and I am going to try different venues, and I thought it might be a fun idea to start logging the journey, recording the journey. And if you catch me now from the beginning, you can join me. Maybe you can even start your own. I think it would be great actually, because here I'm the only person I know who has decided to take this kind of a journey. So I do talk to my friends about it, but we also don't really share information because they're not doing the same thing that I'm doing, which is fine. But anyway, I thought it would be fun to do it in this venue because you can join me and we can have conversations in the comments and just see how things go. In my next video, I will start with Shopify. And the idea of Shopify appealed to me because as a yoga teacher, I actually love a lot of the products associated with yoga. I'm always on the lookout for incense. I'm always on the lookout for accessories. I love having access to leggings and tops and clothing and things like that. And I thought it would be fun to try having my own business. I've dabbled in it before a little bit on a very, very small scale. So we'll see what happens. But when I started to watch these videos to learn how to do it, one of the things that really surprised me was how everyone makes it sound really, really easy. Like, oh, you can open up a Shopify store in an hour. I don't know. I don't think that's realistic. When I first started to work on my own, I did buy a course from Udemy. It was very affordable. I think it was a good investment. And the teacher of that particular course basically walked me through every step. Now, I'm not totally finished with the store. I've done most of it. It's not running yet. It's not online. However, I have run into all kinds of small details that needed to be taken care of. For me, it's more important to take care of those little details than to just rush right out there, open the store, and then just have a lot of things happen to throw me off and to discourage me. So I want to be prepared. And so I decided to take my time. Yes, I'm paying $30 a month for this store that is not quite online yet, but it's almost there. I foresee it opening in probably the next week or two. So let's see how that goes, and maybe making these videos will pressure me more into getting it moving. One of the other things that I've been learning about is you have to find a balance. On one hand, yeah, of course, you want to cover those details and you want to make sure that everything is good before you begin, that you've dotted your I's and crossed your T's and you feel confident heading in there. However, on the other hand, you also have the side that says, well, if you're taking too long and you're just kind of overwhelmed with a lot of information, that can hold you back and that can make you procrastinate a little bit as well. Now that I have accepted that, I've decided to really just get the ball rolling and get my store out there, and we'll see how it goes from there. In the meantime, if you would like to follow me on my journey and you would like to continue with me throughout this, please hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video as a first video in this series, then hit the like button. And also feel free to share it with your friends, especially if you have any friends who you know are starting on this particular journey or something similar, because I will be talking about other things as well. So to begin with, we'll be going over the journey into e-commerce, and I'm going to start with Shopify, and I will share as much information with you as possible. Again, thank you for joining me, and my name is Spira, and I'll see you later.